Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fortresscraft Frozen Factory, Flattsburg, episode 13. Against my better judgment, I have gone on the bleeding edge. Mainly because it's a lot of the things that were added to it are mainline now, and I did back up my world previous to doing that because, you know, I was worried that I wouldn't be able to play my world at all if I went bleeding edge. But it looks like everything's fine. I wanted to check out some of these new things they've got, like the auto organic thief. Definitely want to check out that. I've got a lot of organics clogging up my inventory. It'd be nice to get out. Zipper merges, I haven't really messed with those at all anyway. And that looks, oh, and the nano disintegrator. Now I've read a lot about that. There's not really any use I have for that right now, but if for some reason a hive starts growing out of control, I might use it then. I might also just play around with it just to see what it does, but I'm not really going to do that right now. Now, something happened. I had on my fueling system to all my my turret battery bases, I had a logistics hopper feeding into everything from there. And unfortunately, that wasn't fast enough to keep up, so I did lose an attack, or I lost twice. I had walked away and I was collecting bars, came back and saw my CPH rebooting. I was a little bummed out about it, but, you know, it happens. It's what happens when you stop paying attention to things. You know, you leave something there because it was easy to do then, and you didn't check it. Really, it's easy to happen in this game. But luckily there's not any really big deal for me losing the CPH. I don't even have anything really hooked up to it, so no big deal. Now, one thing I did do off camera is I started setting up some of my automation because my mass storage facility is really hurting right now. So I started automating some parts to get those being produced. So as you see, I've come off, I have my copper line, my tin line, my iron, and my lithium. Now my iron line is feeding an iron gear maker and the rack rails. My tin line is feeding a plate maker, which is making lightweight machine housing. And my copper line is making servo motors. And is also making Mark I power boosters, Mark II power boosters. These are all the ingredients that you need to make, where are we? Here we go. The basic mass storage input. The mass storage input, basically the Mark II, and then the basic requires servo motors instead of Mark I power boosters. That's why I'm making those. And the Mark II, I've got everything here too. Excuse me. So I will need a couple more of these, some more materials, and probably will have to make a few by hand because right now my intake for my mass storage is not enough to handle. You can see the bars are just kind of sitting here. I could filter them, but when you get the next tier, basically it just beams whatever is there into your mass storage instantly without needing to hold for its maximum items it can handle. So I don't think there's really much need to set that up. It works fine. Everything's empty right now because I've been kind of going around collecting everything as I can. But I would like to add some more. As you see, I've built everything down. I got 2 over here, but I need more because these bars are just sitting here right now. They're not going anywhere. I can collect them up top, but that's kind of slow. So I'm going to craft some more of these by hand just until I can get this set up over here, and I will be back. Oh, one more thing. My advanced defense is done, and I've gone too long without jet turbines. So I believe to get to jet turbines, we will have to go advanced power grid first, and to find out, I can hit help, see what it unlocks. Yep, jet turbines, perfect. So we are going to go start this project up, and hopefully it's got a good amount of it done when I come back. As always, if there's one thing I'm consistent at, it's changing my mind. I did go with a zipper merge, because the first mass import machine requires 1 Mark I power booster, 1 lightweight machine housing, which has a really interesting new look to it. This is kind of cool. It requires 6 or 4. I was going to go underneath. I went against that. I want to keep underneath to be able to look at it. So he needs 4 copper wires, 15 iron gears. So copper wires are coming from over here. It's sharing with him, so I'll probably branch off of this, make another extruder pushing into here so there's double, or I can also just stack one on top. Just double the amount of wires coming through so there's enough, because I'm going to need more wires. And then of course I got iron gears coming from over here. There's plenty of iron. There's no problem with them keeping up. He's actually filling up this chest. And basic mass storage input port comes out here. That's the Mark 1. And I'll be back with some more. Now I have the Mark 2 being made. Now the Mark 2 only requires the Mark 1, some iron gears, so he's sharing that line, and the Mark 2 power boosters. And then the Mark 2s will come out here eventually. Again, if I want to check on it, I just look at the bottom. Oh, well, you know, it helps if you actually click automate there. Oh, I just noticed that takes 4, so I believe I'm gonna have to make one of those. You know what? Why don't I just put the logistics here, and I'll stockpile my blue ones over here, because he needs more of them there. So I'm gonna have to actually manually move that. It's not that bad. I gotta do this really quick because I want to show you what I did downstairs too. I effectively doubled the inputs for now because I remembered you're gonna need 5 inputs and 5 outputs right now for the mass I/O port, the mass in/out port for the mass storage. The last one needs 5 Mark 3s and 5 of both. So you need, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a bunch of them on hand. So I just put a chest here to split the load. Yeah, I only have 2 for now, but I'll have more as soon as it makes them. I didn't want to make them myself. I wanted to use the machines that I set up. It's a lot of resources put into automating that, so I'll need a lot of them though, because I want to keep expanding this, and then I'm going to be having another tier of ores. So that's that. The other side's pretty much still the same. Probably went back further than I wanted to. But I'll probably do basically the same thing on the other side. I haven't set it up yet, but we got plenty of room. And I think that's enough for the mass storage. So when I come back, we're going to try to streamline the power. So step 1, I'm going to need hardened blocks, or no, at least advanced machine blocks. And for advanced machine blocks, steel alloy smelter. I believe I have everything required for these. I'm going to leave alloyed blocks alone for now. I probably shouldn't have even gotten the one before that. That's okay. So just to make sure this didn't change. Machine... Advanced machine block, yep, still requires low-grade steel bars. And that requires nickel bar and iron bar. That is not a problem. I'll make a couple of these, get those set up, and then have a couple of these, and then I'll be back. Well, it's definitely not the most elegant of solutions, but then again, this whole power thing right here is temporary. So once I get jet turbines, all of these PCGs are going to go away. And I've discovered that until I unlock the next power grid, I can no longer build Mark II lasers. Funny, because I've got about 50 of them laying around in other places, but I can't build them now. I guess that's just from me joining Bleeding Edge. But I'm not far away from it, so not a big deal. Granted, I've got to feed iron bars into here right now, but this setup is not permanent. What I am going to do, my next construction project, underneath this floor, I'm going to set up another floor, which is going to be dedicated mostly to the materials that need both Tier 1 and 2, such as the steel alloy. That will definitely be my next big construction project, and I'm probably going to have to start on that now, instead of waiting for the research. I failed. I failed. Okay, I'll use the elevator. Because with my current power production, this is going to take a while. But I'll be back. I'm going down again. Well, our lab has finished the advanced power grid, but I just remembered I'm going to need crystal dynamics in order to make crystal clocks, in order to make the advanced machine blocks, in order to make the refinery. So I'm probably a bit off from that, unfortunately. But that's just how it is. I forget things. There we go. So he needs complex, intermediate, and simplified. There's the intermediate. There's some complex. And I'll come back and give him the rest later. Yeah, that'll take him a pretty long time to go through that. I added more solar panels. That's the only reason it got through the other one as quickly as it did. But I also went ahead and started mining crystal. I don't have it being brought up automatically yet. But that'll come as soon as those lifts break through that iron vein. Just grab these. And I actually made some more organic cutter heads. And that's really all I'm going to do for now, is just collect it manually. I can make quite a lot of crystal clocks out of the crystal that I have in my inventory already. 1,500. I'm still manually grabbing these ores. I'm just waiting for the cargo lifts. I need to break through that ore. But at least I have a teleporter down here. That is very fortunate. So what I'm going to do now, since I have some time to kill, I'm going to go ahead and get Spiderbot's base set up. It's been a long time in the making. I believe this is the last project I can do here. Yep. And then this is basically more weapons for the Spiderbot, and then the next one you're going to need to do in the laboratory. Now Spiderbots. I thought it was in here. Just find Spiderbot's base component. You know what, I might need to actually recipe that. And there's the laser energy transmitter Mark II. Spiderbot core charger, Spiderbot base component. There we go. That's why I couldn't find it. Should be under here. There we go. We need 225 total. We need hardened PCB and copper wire. That would be from iron, the PCBs, and I have no inventory space. Let me clear out my inventory. I'll be right back. Now, one of the reasons why I have hoppers up here is so I can come along and grab these things whenever I want to. Hardened PCBs. Extra copper wires. That should be more than enough. So we need 225 in total of these. And power core charger. Probably under the power. Oh, there we go. Spiderbot core charger. Needs iron plate servo motors. I've already got those. I'm only going to do one for now. I've heard people were having difficulties in using multiple power core chargers on the same setup, so I'm only going to use one. And I'm going to go ahead and set him up real close to the lithium, so I can easily matter move it down. So we'll probably put him, I'd say, right about here. And he needs a pretty large area, 15 by 15. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then I'll go here. Use super build. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have used super build. Did I not have 225 of those? I thought I did. It's weird that there'd be one left. I must have clicked wrong and wasted some of them. Okay, well. That happens. Luckily they're cheap. I wonder what happens if you build more than one spider bot base. I wonder if it'll even let you. Did I not count this out right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Well, that's why I didn't have enough. You think it would have just built the machine and then just had that one extra sitting there. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I'll be back in a sec. I just had to break one block and replace it, and then bam, it was fixed. Like magic. So as far as power goes, for now, I'm gonna steal this guy's power. Bring it down here. I know I put... there it is. There's the power cord charger. Now he wants a lithium coil. So we'll do remove only, add only. And I've got quite a few of those in my inventory. There we go. There's those. And now he's crafting the core. 30 seconds each. And as soon as one of these is in here, Spiderbot should immediately come from wherever he is, plant himself down there, and then once he has a minimum amount of power, it changes all the time. I don't know what it is now. He'll go back to defending. Oh, there he is. Very excited about his power. Oh, there's not even a power core done yet, and he's already docking. Maybe now he'll stop being so glitchy. But probably not. Alright. Has one in there. It should. Should go to him. Now I read on the discussion board, on the Steam discussion board, that somebody was having an issue actually getting the power cores to their Spiderbot. So it might be in the nightly fix, it might be fixed soon. Looks like I'm going to be having the same issue. See if maybe I can do something like that. There we go. That solved it. I'm better jump on the discussion board and tell him how to fix it. I don't know why it won't accept him. Oh, it's add only. Haha. Yeah. That's probably the same problem he was having. I wonder how many people were shaking their head at me just now. So there we go. Spiderbot is getting power. God, those add and remove only things keep getting me. That is some more smelters. I finished all of the all the inputs now. Now there's no bars really gathering up here. Just a couple here and there. Both sides of this now have inputs. Got some more ore to get rid of, and I'll be right back. My next little mission is to equip him with a gun. I don't know if he actually has anything to start off with. I think I've always pretty much done the Spider-Bot blaster as soon as I unlock him. So I don't know if he can fire on his own or if he actually needs this. But let's say, take a look. 4 Mark 1 turrets, iron bar, lithium bar, no problem. Still got the hardened PCBs. Spider-Bot blaster. Now to put this on him, I'm just gonna go put it in the same chest where the chargers are. Oh, I missed. There it is. Now, there's a look at him without it. And there's a look at him with it. It's pretty neat. It's like a machine gun laser. It's good for taking out the little guys. So I should probably stop losing attacks now. Now, if I would have done that sooner, I probably wouldn't have lost those attacks. So I'm definitely not ready for hardcore mode. More paste. It doesn't look like Crystal Dynamics is going to be done anytime soon. Although the sun is starting to come out again. So these will be a big help. Complex, intermediate, simplified. He only has 18 free slots, so he hasn't gone through that many of them. But I guess I'll have to do that next episode. So I appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you next time.